Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do another recent favorites for you. I know I didn't do one last month, but I didn't really feel like I had enough to really constitute a whole video on it, so I just thought I'd save stuff for this month and talk about it, so I'm just going to kind of jump right in. The first thing I want to talk about is from my lovely friend Cheryl, who lives in Canada and was able to get this for me. She picked this up for me at the same time she got the MAC and Samantha Ravndahl lipstick for me because you could only get that in Canada. So we did like a little swap of makeup and other things. And this was one of the things that I asked her to pick up for me because in my last empties video, I showed you guys that I had to get rid of the one I had because it was so old. And it's the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. I believe the first one that I had wasn't the serum one, and this one is, but I've honestly been liking this one a lot. This is in shade 52 Vanilla, and I'm wearing it today. I have been loving mixing this with my IT Cosmetics SPF and just kind of calling it a day. I love this foundation. It's so easy to wear. It wears off really nicely. It doesn't cake in dry areas or get super oily. It's just one of those like trusty standby foundations that I can always use, and I knew going back to it that I was gonna love it again. So yeah, this is just a really good one. If you guys are able to get this, I'm sure you already know about it if you have it available in your country, because it's awesome. The next couple things I want to talk about, I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of the way because I can't really believe that I like these. And I got these kind of on a whim. I will just kind of tell you what it is. The first one of 4 things I got is the Urban Decay Jean-Michele Bosca eyeshadow palette. And this is the Beauty with an Edge palette, but it's the one that looks like this. I have used it in tutorials already, and I really like it. There was a stretch where I was using this like every day for weeks at a time, and that's so, anybody who's followed my channel for a while knows that Urban Decay shadows are probably my least favorite out of any like higher end brand. I have never ever had good luck with Urban Decay. I have given away every single naked palette I've ever bought. I don't like them very much, and so I did one of my secretary's makeup for a wedding she was going to at work, and she had brought in the bigger Naked Basics palette. Naked Ultimate Basics maybe. And I was like, oh no, because she was like, what do you think of this one? Is it good? And I'm like, oh. But I liked the way that it performed on her, and I think that generally with Urban Decay shadows, it's just that it's not the type of formula that I prefer, but these, the formula must be different because I love the way these apply. I don't know, they're amazingly pigmented, they're smooth, they're easily blendable, all of the colors work like they're supposed to work, and that's not ever anything I've ever been able to say about an Urban Decay palette. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I love the packaging. I love this, and when I saw it I knew, like, it was like the Gwen Stefani palette where I'm like, I don't like Urban Decay shadows, but I know I need to get that, which I've since given away because I can't use it because the ones in that palette suck. So like, it's a big deal for me to like this, but I do, and it's awesome. And then going along with that, I got these thinking that like I really liked the colors, but I knew I didn't like the actual product, but I thought like, oh well, I'll just use them for videos or whatever, for tutorials, and you know, I won't have to wear it forever because generally I do my videos at night, so I basically just like put on a ton of makeup and wash it off and go to bed. So I'm like, that's fine, that's what I'll do, it's fine. But I have been wearing these a lot, and they are the same collection. They are the 24-hour glide-on pencils. This one is in Post Punk, this one is in Anatomy, and I'm wearing it today. And this one is in Vivid, and I used this in a tutorial last week. And I just, like, I wear them to work, I wear them around, I wear them running to Walmart, I wear them everywhere, and I have just been loving them. So do they last like all frickin' day? No, they don't. But the ones that I've tried before, like the black and the brown and the blue, would always like pool on the outside corners of my eyes and just like get everywhere and run and get in my eyes, and I hated it, and these don't do that. Again, they must have changed the formula because I actually enjoy these, and It's not that like my eyes have changed, because if anything they've gotten more sensitive, but like these have just been awesome. Okay. The next two things I want to talk about are highlighters, and the first one is like hands down amazing. Love it. And it's the Ofra Rodeo Drive. I didn't pick this up for a long time. I don't know why. I think I have like a semi-aversion to shopping on sites that aren't like Ulta or Sephora, because it feels like such a hassle when I could just get everything in one stop. But when Ofra came to Ulta, I was pretty excited, but I had gotten this in the very last BoxyCharm that I received. I stopped getting that because it's not that I didn't think it was a good value, I needed to stop spending the money, so I stopped getting that one. I have worn this, even though this is a super intense highlighter, like, I wear this all the time, and I get the hype now. When it first came out and it was all over Instagram and all over YouTube, like, I get it now, because it is like, holy shit, in your face, wow, highlighter, and I kind of like that. So I do have some on today. I think it's just stunning and I really enjoy it, and it's much more golden, I think, than I'm used to, but it's got a champagne-y undertone, so it still works with my fair skin, but I just love it. So there's that. And then the next one, I've kind of given a mini review on Instagram, I think, of this. And I still can't really decide how I feel about it. I feel like if I had never tried other highlighters before, I would think this was amazing. But it's like a favorite and unfavorite for me all at the same time. And it's weird, but it's the Melt highlighter, which I never thought I would say because I love like everything Melt. Everything. I have every single eyeshadow. I have a ton of their lipsticks. Like, I have always loved Melt. And I got this one in Stargazer, and as you can see, hopefully, I've used quite a bit of it. I've already worn down the indentation, whatever you want to call it, in the pan. And at first, when I first used it, I think I wasn't using a stiff enough brush, and then I did start to use a stiffer brush, and I still just, there's something about it that I don't like, but then I do, because I wear it a lot and I reach for it a lot, and I like the color of it. I do sort of feel like it just sits on top of the skin for me. I find it a little bit hard to blend out the edges of, and I find that it's pretty sheer, which is fine, but when you look at a color like this and you look at like every picture on Instagram, it's like this freaking pop and highlight. But I feel like when I build it up finally to that point, then there's almost too much pigment on the skin, so it just looks like a stripe, if that makes sense. I guess I almost like ones like this better, where it's super pigmented and then you can blend out from there, as opposed to keep building up, keep building up, keep building up, and then you have all this product. And like, I don't know, but it's like a beautiful color. It is, and I don't know, I have mixed feelings, but I'm just gonna call it like a favorite, unfavorite, favorite. I don't know, but it's, if you're into like a really subtle highlight and you're my skin tone, then go for this one. I can't speak for the other ones. I knew I wouldn't like Gold Ore because I'm not into a super gold highlight, and I wouldn't like Nova because it's definitely way too dark for me. And that's fine. Like, that's completely fine. I'm totally okay with only one of them working out for me, but I don't know. The next thing I want to talk about is this Stila Magnificent Metals in Diamond Dust, and this one is just like silver, maybe some holographic glitter, and I don't know, I really like these. Like, they're so expensive for what they are. But I like it. I don't know, I've been wearing it a lot, just like tapped on my finger and then tapped on my lid, even sort of cutting a crease with it, sort of. I don't know. I hate recommending these things because for what this is, it's so expensive. But I think the benefit of that is that you really don't need a ton, so it's going to last you forever. I don't get fallout during the day when I use these. I don't have to worry about it. It's just there, and like if you can get a reliable glitter, that's saying something. So like it's nice, and I'm gonna have to say I recommend them because they're awesome. I have 4 of them, I think. 3 or 4, and I like them all. So the next thing I want to talk about, actually the next 2 things. I think I've mentioned in a favorites before that like I'm not a lip liner person, nor am I a lip gloss person, but here I am with a lip liner and a lip gloss in my favorites, and this has happened like more and more lately, and I don't know what's wrong with me, because I don't know, I've been a matte lipstick person basically since I started wearing makeup, so it's weird, and I usually just like cannot fucking be bothered to put on lip liner because it's an extra step, and in the morning I just don't want to do that, and I don't know, so here I am. But the lip liner is Nude Suede Shoes by NYX. I like that the formula is really creamy, it's easy to put on. This is a good nude color for me. I've worn it in videos before and I just like it. The lip gloss is the Buxom lip gloss in Blushing Margarita. It's just like a really nice color. This is another one I've worn in videos. I like that it's like a plumping one, but I also like that it's glossy, but not like your lips are melting off glossy. So like you can put a bunch on and you don't feel like it's like gonna just drip off your face everywhere. It is a little bit sticky, but it's a lip gloss. It's not the worst one I've ever used, so I'm okay with it, but I don't know. I've been liking this combo lately. I've been liking this with other things. I've never really been a lip gloss person, and here I am. I don't even think this is the first lip gloss I've had in a favorites ever. Don't know what's going on, but I kind of like it, so there's that. And then the last 3 things are brow things, and the first one is the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Brow Pencil in a dark brown. I had like medium brown, I think, which I liked, but it wasn't like my hair is it's dark, so I want like a dark brow. I really don't like, because my brow hairs themselves are actually dark, I don't like using a lighter color. Like there's like only so far I can go with the lighter color before I feel like it just looks weird. So I really do like having a color that is like the color of my brow hairs and then just being able to blend that well. So I like this one. The only thing I don't like about this one is its flimsy packaging, but also that it runs out really quickly. It's very short compared to other brow pencils. So I don't know, I always feel like I'm running out of it really quickly, but I do like the way it wears, I like the way it blends and all that. In the same breath, I did get, which I think I've had this in favorites before, but it's been a really long time, and I think I had a different shade again. But I got the Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer in dark brown as well. And I don't know if they didn't have dark brown when I got it the first time. I think I just had like brunette the last time. And while I really liked it, like this I like even more. I have it in my brows today. I love doing like a feathery brow with this because it is the same color as my brow hairs, so it doesn't look funny. It just looks like really feathery brows. And I think also part of my thing was that I had the other one for so long that it was getting really gunky and it just wasn't doing a great job anymore, and getting a fresh one, you're like, holy shit, what was I missing? Like, why did I have that one for this long? Because like when it's shiny and new, it's really nice. So I like the way it holds my brows and everything. And the last brow thing I want to talk about is from Thrive Cosmetics, and it is their Infinity Waterproof Eyebrow Liner, and this one is in Serena. It is the one for brunettes or black hair people, and again, it's a color thing. I really like it. I like the formula of this as well. I like the spoolie as well on this. It lasts really nice, it goes on really nice, it blends really nice. It's a nice cool tone brown without being too ashy. I can't say anything bad about this. It's a great brow pencil and I'm glad I finally got it. And that's it for favorites. In terms of unfavorites, my unfavorite this month and last month is YouTube. And I'm sure that you guys have heard about the adpocalypse that happened in April, where everybody's videos got like demonetized and everybody freaked out. And honestly, you guys know how I've been feeling about YouTube lately anyways, and it's been super hard to be blatantly straightforward and transparent. Like, my channel would make like 15 to 20 bucks a month roughly in ad revenue, and the last 2 months I have made, April I made 94 cents, and May I made $1.01. And it's insanity. I've noticed still that my subscriber count is dropping, and it's dropping again in that way where I know that at least part of it is just from uploading videos. It's the automatic unsubscribing thing, because I will upload a video and by the time I click out of like save and onto my page, I will have already lost a couple followers that were there before I click save. So it's just like, I've been talking about it lately, it's just like super degrading, and it's hard enough for me right now with everything else that's going on to like want to sit down and make videos because of everything else, and then to think about like, well, what's the point, because it's not gonna do me any good anyways. Like, I love talking to you guys and I love making videos, I love talking about makeup, but like I've said before, the overhead costs for running a channel are high, and when you're not even having the prospect of making any of that back, like, oof, you know, it's tough to think about, is this sustainable? Can I keep doing it? And it's not the right time in my life right now for all of this to be happening, because I don't need anything else to like make me not want to do something, because I'm already there with where my head's at. But, and I hate having to be that YouTuber who's like, click the notification button, but like, that's the only way I know that people are gonna actually like see my video, and I don't want to have to pay for views. I really don't. I don't want to have to promote everything I do. I don't, like, it's the same thing with Instagram. I refuse to promote my Instagram posts, but that means that I'm gonna get like no engagement. And that sucks. Like, it sucks. You can't do anything organically anymore. You can't gain followers organically anymore. And it's so frustrating that like all these social media sites, starting with Facebook, are like cock blocking us, because while we might not have hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers, like, you're literally holding us back from getting to that point and then being able to make you money. Like, give us a chance to get there to make you money. Like, I get that it's about the money, I get it's a business thing, but at the same time it's like yeah, I get that you want to help out the people who have the most subscribers to make you the most money, but don't then actively hold back the ones who are smaller. Like, it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And not that I started my YouTube with any like intent of being super popular or a millionaire or whatever, like, no, but I at least expected a year and a half in to be recouping my costs, at least, so that I wouldn't feel so bad about continuing to spend money on makeup and stuff. And while I could stop buying makeup and just use what I have, like, part of staying relevant and getting views is reviewing and using the things that are new. People search for that. When new products come out, people search for reviews of it or tutorials using it or whatever. So it's like you're stuck, and like, do you buy it and know you're never going to make that money up, or not buy it and don't get views anyways? So it's like, either way, you're kind of out of money. And again, it's not about the money. It's not all about the money, but it's still like, I don't know. I know you guys understand and all that, but like, I really just want to encourage you guys to, when you watch your favorites, especially if they're smaller, make sure that you're commenting on their videos, make sure that you're liking them, even share them every once in a while. I used to, and I still sort of am, a serial liker. I've never really been big on commenting on other people's stuff. Like 9.9 times out of 10, I will watch a video, I'll hit like, and that's it. And I know I need to get better about that, about commenting regularly, because that drives up viewership. The more comments and likes there are in a video, the more YouTube will drive that into people's, whatever it is, like, it's not your subscription box, because it'll be there anyways, but it's like your recommended stuff that comes up on the side of your screen. The more engagement there is, the more likely you are to have your video in there, and the more likely you are for other people to see it. And I'm not saying this about my videos. If you want to do that for mine, that's great, and I will totally appreciate it, and I think it's amazing, but just for everybody that you follow, because I know if you're like me, you have like 200 people that you follow, just make sure that you are being an active subscriber for them if you want them to do well, if you like their content, if you like what they're doing, if you want them to be able to continue making content. I know that YouTube is free and that you can just sit there and watch, but like, we're doing a lot of work for you guys. So I feel like for the people that you really like and you really want to succeed, the least you can do is leave a comment that just says like, hey, great job, or whatever it is, you know. Just engage. It doesn't take very long, and honestly, like, every time I get a comment, it makes my day. Well, when they're not dumb comments, but like every time I get a positive comment that's like, that looks great, or good job, or whatever, like, it makes me so happy. And I know that even if your favorite has 1 million subscribers, it still makes them happy too. And I think that happiness is something that we are all in short supply of. So, and even if you feel like you have enough, you can always have more happiness. So yeah, just engage with the people that you're subbed to, engage with the people that you follow. YouTube though, it's really discouraging. And while I want to continue to make these videos for you guys and stuff, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's tough because for me, I'm spending a lot of money on co-pays for doctor's appointments and stuff while I get everything together, and that has gotten so expensive. So it's hard to even think about like buying any kind of makeup, anything. And I don't know. I know that I'm gonna at least keep making videos, whether or not they're gonna be the way that they're supposed to be on YouTube to get the views. I don't know. It's tough, guys. It's tough. And I don't mean to sound like I'm whining or complaining. It's just the reality of the thing now. The YouTube has changed, and it's not anymore as easy as it was to get seen. And so that means that the relationship has to change, and it has to be a little bit more reciprocal and less one-sided. I know that some of you, like, I see the same people comment all the time on my videos, and know that some of you love engaging and love doing that. And honestly, like, you guys are the ones that make everything possible for every YouTuber out there. When it comes to like making money and stuff, it's you guys who do that. I'm gonna stop rambling now, but other than that, I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you're at. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, I really do appreciate it, and thank you so much. Again, please hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload, since I am not uploading regularly as I was. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you're at, and I'll see you in my next video.